Before the video starts, I'd just like to say that there are timestamps in the description if you only want to watch certain aspects of the video, such as exploring or building. Hello everybody, and yeah, welcome back to a new video. It's been about 8 months at the time of recording this since I uploaded my last video, and I'm excited to start a new hardcore world here and get some amazing builds going. All of you have probably already seen the start of a Minecraft world a million times at this point. And instead of wasting your time on showing it all, I just want to talk a little bit about the future of this channel now. And yeah, as I said, my last upload was around 8 months ago. And the main reason for why I stopped is because of school. But I also had very little to no motivation to actually record and to build in my world. But now I'm back and I want to give this YouTube thing one last shot before I give up for good. And yeah, as for my plans for this world, I want it to be a little bit faster paced than some of my older worlds. I plan on doing some bigger projects in each video to keep them all a little bit more special, instead of what I used to do in my old series, where I might have built 1 or 2 houses in each video and then that was it. Without spoiling too much of my plans, I already plan on transforming a whole area of this world in my next video, and I am super excited for that. But I think that's enough talking, and we already have some gear to get started, so let's get back to the video. And there we are. And yeah, hopefully the future me has caught up on what I've been doing the last 8 months, and some of the beginning plans that I have for this world. While I was gathering up these resources, and we aren't even 10 minutes into this world, and we already have full iron armor and full iron tools. This is going to be a great start. Now our next item that we have to gather up before we can start building is some food. And some eggs might be good to make an old-fashioned chicken farm later on, but for now I think we're gonna murder these. And this, right here, as we are looking for some food, is where we are going to be building our civilization. I don't have that big of a plan so far. All I know is that I want to start a base, and I know where I want my starter base, and it's not actually here. I'm going to show you that, but first, I see a sheep over there, and it's getting nighttime, and we need to sleep. And our first enemy here, it's gonna be a skeleton. Luckily not a creeper, which probably will explode if it was one. But there we go, monster hunter, and we have killed the first mob in this world. And oh, that's a lot of pigs actually. That's gonna be really good for some food here in a bit. But let's shear the sheep again. Yes, it gave us 2. And I don't want any plain old white beds, so we're gonna make a magenta one, and we need more wood. There we go, placing our first bed and sleeping away the first night. I'm gonna call the first day in this world quite a big success, because we are already geared up with iron armor, and all we need is some food, and then we're gonna head down into the caves and build our starter base. And while we wait for this food to cook up, let's grab a little bit of wood before we head down into the caves and see where we are going to be setting up our starter base. And with our food cooked up, and right before we head into the caves, I just gotta admire this landscape one last time, and it is amazing. I have not been playing in the 1.18 chunks that much, as my old projects were in older chunks, and I haven't had that much time to play. So seeing this for almost the first time is kind of amazing. I don't really remember where this cave entrance is, but it is somewhere around here. And I'm gonna guess that it's this thing here. And we're just gonna head in and see if we can find the location of where I want to build. But this absolutely looks to be the right cave. Now the place where I want to build the starter house and an upcoming... Oh, I was rudely interrupted. That's a skulk sensor, and Oh, that is a... Ooh, that is good to know. That there is a shrieker down there. I think it's called that. And those can spawn the wardens. And there's two of them actually. Yeah, I don't really want to go close to that. We're just gonna go over here instead. But where I want to build this is quite far into this cave, and eventually I want to transform, well, not transform, but I want to make a pathway leading out of this cave to where we are going to be building up a kingdom on the outside here. And I recently built my first castle in Minecraft, like my first real castle, and I am super proud of it. And I cannot wait to get a castle build going in this world. And would you look at that? I had actually completely forgot about this. But we actually have a zombie spawner here. I remember seeing this as I was flying out of this cave. Oh, and this actually... I should probably focus a little bit more on my health. It would be a bad idea to lose the world this early. Gotta remember that I am playing hardcore here. There we go. We're fine though. There we go. We should be fine now. But yeah, we have a zombie spawn here that we are definitely going to be converting into a farm in the near future. And we got a name tag. We actually got to name something in this. Maybe in the next episode. Something that we have to name. I'm going to grab the chests actually. Could be useful. Oh! I was trying to go for that. But not really on purpose, but we already have 3 music discs as well. Okay, you need to stop now. Oh, another one? That's for sure. It's a good thing that we managed to get so much food, because I am taking a ton of damage in here. But yeah, we have even more of the deep dark. I have actually not been looking at the 1.19 update too much. Obviously, I know about the blocks now, because I have been using them. But the deep dark is still kind of new to me. All I know is that the skull shriekers and the skull sensors is something that I do not want to set off, because... Oh! Okay. Yeah, that's what I don't want. I don't want to do that. And I just did. But if I set those off too many times, they're gonna spawn the new boss, or well, the new mob warden, and he's quite powerful of what I've seen, and I would like to keep this world a little bit longer. At some point, I think we will fight him, but not in the near future. Yes, this is the area where I want to make my starter base, and we have a lot of lighting up to do. So I say we get to that before we do anything else, and let's not die to any creepers, or other mobs for that matter. There we go. I think this area is lit up nicely enough now, and we are at the point where we need to figure out where in this cave we're actually going to be making our starter base. Because I'm not really sure. And I'm going to have to give this a think and figure out where we want to place this. And also where we want to build the rest of this cave project that I have planned in. Now, I think I want to make it right here, because this is kind of an open area, and I want to bring some kind of path going through here into a aquifer, I think they're called. Basically, one of those bodies of water that's going to be filling this area here, and then we're going to have some other cool things in this area. And I think this area is going to be the best one to start off with, but we have to get going on a lot of resource gathering to actually build this house up, and I have to mainly find a mangrove swamp. Also spruce is going to be very important. So I think it's time for us to venture out of the cave and into the wild and see what we can find. Well, yeah, we didn't really get far from our cave before we found some spruce here. And yeah, I will be grabbing this a little bit later, as I don't want to waste the inventory space on it right now. And oh, we should definitely try to get a goat horn. We should definitely. Where are you? Goats, come here. Come. Come with me. Yes, come here. Now you wanna ram me, right? Well, maybe stand a little bit further away. Oh. Right. No. I didn't do it. Alright, come back out here. I really would need some wheat for this, wouldn't I? Or get some stone. Ooh, and a celia tree. We could probably get some moss there. I've now been here for about 10 minutes trying to get this to work, and I think we'll have to do this at another time. So I guess we'll continue instead. But I will grab this rooted dirt over here. I ran out of shovel now, but I would really like to get down to the moss. So I think I'm gonna keep going without one, because I would really like to have some moss. Oh, and that was a good call, because the moss is right here. And there's some glowberries too. Oh, and a spore blossom. I don't know if you need to break these with a shear, but I have shears. And it would be a shame if we broke one and we didn't get it. But yeah, a spore blossom, that is absolutely amazing. Perfect. We're free. This is a really big cave as well, which we might be able to do something in the future if we want to. But for now, I think we need to continue. And here, oh my god, look at the landscape. I'm still amazed by the landscape in this game now. It is a huge improvement from what it used to be. I absolutely love these flowers, so I'm definitely going to be grabbing all of these, because I want to use them to decorate, and I love the texture pack that I'm using as well. That changes them up a little bit. But I do wish that I would have the original one, because it's kind of a I don't know, it's special to me. We have reached an ocean as well. Oh my god, this generation, I cannot get enough of it. Like, it is amazing, and I think I saw a glacier over here as well. That is just, it's something you wouldn't get in vanilla Minecraft before. I guess it's time to use a boat though. There's no point using a chest boat though, which kind of sad, because we don't really have a river going back to the valley. We might have to create one at some point. Alright, we have this shipwreck over here, which we might as well explore. I don't think we're really going to get anything of value. Maybe some potatoes, actually. So, maybe I'm wrong with that. The main chest, some emeralds. I guess I'll take them if a wandering trader shows up at some point. The lapis I'll probably leave behind. And I'm going to throw out the raw iron, because it takes a lot of space. The dirt. Just some stuff that we aren't going to be needing. And we have the buried treasure here, which is south of us. It's actually right here, so that was probably a good call to actually go for it. But it should be right in front of us here. Yeah. Should be... I can't really see myself. Maybe it's one block this way. Might be. We don't really have an axe, so I think it should be here, though. Yeah, it's on. We're standing on the right one. Look kind of weird, though. It's a little bit to the side, actually. And yeah, that was actually worth it, because we got our first diamonds. I completely forgot that you can actually find diamonds in these. We're gonna replace those with our coal, though, and the heart of the sea as well. We're already getting a full inventory. This is not good. It looks like the ocean stops here. Oh, there is a massive cave here. Dolphins, I would not advise accidentally jumping down there. And does the river continue? Because these look like aqua things, like the aquifers I was talking about earlier. But does the river continue inwards? Because that would be a lot faster than traveling by hand or traveling by foot. But I do not think it does, because I've already looked at the biomes over that way. And oh, I cannot. Oh, you stole my boat. I was just about to say that all I see is birch forest and birch forest and birch forest, and look what we spot. I saw the bright red color from the mushroom, and It is a dark oak forest. That is going to be so nice if we can get some saplings here. But we are desperately in need of more inventory space. But I don't think there's much that we can do about it at this point. Alright, perfect. We have 8 saplings. Where are they? There they are. And we have some dark oak. And yeah, we are desperately running out of space. But I say we just continue on and try to find a mangrove this way. And if we don't find one within 5,000 blocks, so about another 1,000 to 2,000 blocks, then I will head back around and call this a bit of a fail. But we did find dark oak, at least. Yes, more cows. And oh my god, we found jungle trees. Now the only one we are missing is... The only one we are missing is mangrove. And the nether trees, of course, but mangrove being the important one, as the nether trees are not going to be difficult to find. Oh, and bamboo. Oh, I'm so going to run out of space. Oh no, oh, that could have actually been bad. Good thing we got caught on something. But that could have been a little bit of a bad fall there. Let's grab some bamboo as well. The flowering azalea we can easily get back as we have moss now. Let's see if we can get some more jungle saplings. 5 should do. And let's just... I say we're gonna go to the end of this ocean here. We're gonna go straight that way. Once we reach the end, if it's not a mangrove or... Well, maybe if it's a swamp as well. We'll check a little bit further, but if it's not, we're gonna head back and get some building without the mangrove, which is so sad because I really wanted to use some mud and mangrove in our starter base, but what can you do if you don't find the biome? No, that is actually amazing. Oh my god, I was just about to give up. It's a huge one. I've never seen the one this big. The ones I've found in my worlds have been tiny. Oh, this is actually amazing. We gotta get some propagules and... Oh, that is actually super nice. These can be very dangerous though, because the leaves are so tightly packed. And even during the day, these can probably spawn a lot of mobs. Alright, we'll leave our boat here. And we'll try to get some of these propagules. This one is ready. That one is ready. I think, yeah, perfect. We don't need to get the roots, and we don't need to get the logs. But we're not going to be able to bring back with us a lot of mud, which is so sad, because I would like to use a bunch of mud, but we're going to have to be sparse with how we use it now. Because I don't really want to travel. How many blocks are we away? We're about... I'd say about 6,000 blocks away, as our base is basically at 0, 0. Boom. Yeah, that's enough. 4 stacks. I don't think we're getting more unless we're throwing out some more stuff. So I think we're gonna just have to take 4 stacks and that be enough. But 4 stacks is at least something. It's more than I thought we would get. And here's our boat. And I think an hour of exploring is gonna be enough for today's episode. But yeah, there is some other biomes that I would like to find at some point in this world, such as a mesa and probably a desert. But I want to get back to the base and start building a little bit because, yeah, I've been exploring for an hour now and I still have about 6,000 blocks to head back home. What is this? I'm out exploring. Oh, whoa. I was gonna say that I'm out exploring our area a little bit before I start building the starter base, just to make sure that there's nothing that we're missing that I'd rather build in. And what do we stumble upon? So we spawned right over these mountain peaks here, and I went down on the opposite side to this, but what did we miss out on? This area looks so amazing. Maybe the cliffs formation is not that spectacular if you look in this corner at least, but this cave is just massive. And then it also has way down to the water. I didn't even know there was an ocean down here. I might have to change my plans. Because this area just looks too amazing to pass on. Imagine a big forge in here, having a village on this side over here, and then roads and bridges passing out and into this kind of valley thing here, because there's mountains all around here, and then there's a lake or an ocean. I haven't really seen it yet. I might honestly move to this location because there's just so much more room to play with. And also this area up here looks amazing, and we're closer to the mountains, we're higher up in the world. I'm gonna have to give this one a think. And I've already done it. I didn't even do, but this actually looks amazing, and I think we're gonna set up home here instead. So I'm gonna leave the stuff that I have in my inventory right now here, and we're gonna head back down to the cave, which I gotta travel over the mountains to get to. And not only that, there's some aquifers in here as well. Yeah, I think this is gonna be absolutely amazing. Alright, so I actually made a little bit of a tunnel because it was only like 60 blocks above where we decided to build in the first place. But this place is very dark, and I think it's time for me to light it up. And I'm not gonna keep these chests organized, at least not yet. Once we move into our new place, I actually want to keep you. Come here, don't go out into the sun, please. And there we go. He's in a bed. Or he's in a boat. Perfect. Because I have not seen a village yet. And a villager in a boat is going to be good at some point. But he might be a little bit annoying because he's a little bit loud right now. But we'll figure that out. Alright, I've lit up parts of the cave. And I don't really want to go ahead and light up the whole thing. Because eventually I want to make it not too bright. And I want it to have dark spots. Because I think that's super cool in a cave build. But I've lit up the area where I want to build a starter base. And obviously not this whole area, but I had to have some protection from the mobs that spawn over here. Now my plan is to build the starter house somewhere in this area here. I have not completely decided yet, but I want to incorporate a water wheel into it. And, or maybe not this building, but I want a building close to it to have a water wheel. So I might put it in this area here somewhere. But I think I should start building, and my plan here is to just kind of build with dirt first and figure out the shapes that I want, and then I'll come back in and try to figure out the different textures and parts of the building with details and stuff like that. And that guy was really getting on my nerves. My recording decided to not pick up the audio in the next clip, but luckily I was recording with the replay mod, and I have a time lapse to show instead. Well, I feel a bit stupid. I've been recording for 30 minutes now, and again, I forgot to fix my audio. Yeah, feel quite stupid. But at least I hope you enjoyed this time lapse as we're walking up to the base here. And I did a few little changes after the time lapse, which I did in those 30 minutes. And you can probably see them already. I have moved this wall in. Please stop interrupting me. I have added 2 windows here. I added a little bit of flower bed, a door that's going to lead to the tower eventually. And I added this little part to the roof as well. And I also am working on a little bit of a garden on the backside here with this retaining wall, as this garden wouldn't be here naturally, so a retaining wall just made sense. But now that I have caught you up on that, I want to try a few different window colors. So I want to try orange and I want to try gray. Alright, so looking at this, you can't really see the gray color, so I think we will be going with the orange one. Because I kind of like it, it kind of matches with the acacia that we have going on. Alright, kind of connecting this up to the landscape now, adding a little bit of a pathway leading up that's going to be going under the bridge that is going to be connecting the house to the tower. And I want to add a little bit of a workstation down here where, I don't know, you could be making something, but I just think this little space here is a little bit too cozy to just pass up an opportunity to build in. And I also want to change this pillar out for something else, probably a deep slate, but I might just stick with an andesite pillar there. Alright, I kind of like this, just a little bit of a cozy area, maybe adding a candle or two here in the future once we have that is a good addition. And if we just break down the wall here, adding another door into this place, I don't think it's a half bad idea. So I think we're going to do that, and I kind of like this little smithing area here, or whatever you would call it. Alright, this little pathway going over in this direction, we will eventually expand on it, but as of now, I don't really know what I'm going to put over here, so I'm just going to leave it off here, and I think it adds a little bit, or quite a lot to the side of this build actually, just having this little bit of detail here, and maybe making sure that we connect it a little bit as well, like maybe we add a fence here. Just come down with a little bit of a fence there, make it look a little bit supported at least. Alright, so that side is looking quite nice. Now, this right here is looking a little bit bland, though. Maybe we add a window here, but I didn't really want to do that. So, I might want to come up with, like, a shelf or something that we can put there. But it makes the walkway a little bit cramped, so I'm not really sure what to do. That actually added a lot. Adding in the mossy cobblestone, I think it's called. Yeah, mossy cobblestone into the pathway here actually added a lot of color, and I really like that. I also added it to the rocks that we have here. And I want to scatter a lot of these rocks in this cave, as if they've maybe fallen from the ceiling or something like that. But yeah, I absolutely love these rocks. And adding just in this little bit of green in here added so much, as it's very bland with just all the gray textures that we have going on here. Alright, cool. So adding a balcony up there could work. And I think I'm quite happy with the outside of the house now, so it's time to move on to the interior. And I am not the best at interiors. I also need to make that beam go down into the roof, because it looks a little bit weird. So if we go ahead and walk into the house now, I've added a floor in, first of all, and also one way up to the second story, which up here is where we're going to have the bedroom. Still need to add one more of the trapdoors out here on the little bit of a balcony that we built. But this is going to be the bedroom, and behind this little cranny here, we have the garden out here, and I love how just... But I don't know the word I want to say here, but it's just crammed. That's it. It's crammed in the corner here, and I kind of like it. And I was thinking, since we have this little working area out here, and we have the staircase leading up there, we might as well use this to get up to the second floor. We're making a staircase up here. And now it's time to make this interior down here. So I want this to be my storage area, because accessing this will be super easy. I just run in here, close the door behind me, and then I have my storage area here. And I want to make a kitchen on the second floor. How can I place this stone cutter in here? Because I want to have a little bit of an island here. Maybe have it suspended from the ceiling. I think that might be a good idea, actually. So if we go ahead and place blocks here, grab some chains. Just like that. Perfect. Then we add some there. Perfect. Or maybe we even add the stone cutter right here. No, we do not do that. We add it here. And then we cover down the bottom here. So this could be like a thing that you put down. That is actually super cool. So just gonna add some barrels in the corner there. Then I think we want 2 chests stacked on each other right here. Maybe something like that. We add an extra barrel in here just to get some extra little bit of space there. Then we can add 2 barrels right, or 3 barrels right here. No, 2 barrels. And then we add a double chest on top of here, and another one up here with some spruce trapdoors separating them like that. Alright, that's perfect. And then maybe we add a single chest on the edge right here. Just like that. Perfect. Just splitting it up, just not using barrels fully. Then making use of the space that we have, we add another barrel in the floor right here. And another barrel crooked in here, maybe? Yeah, that could work. Then we can add a flower pot here, maybe add some greenery. And I even think we should add 2 more barrels right here, just to maximize the amount of space and items that we can store in here. But I think that's good. I want to try something here. I want to try, because I saw this on one of Mythical Sausage's videos, and one of his most recent ones, I think it's the Empire one, where he used composters to hold things from the roof. A similar thing to what I've done here. And he used composters like this, and I think that looked really great. Like, it looks really good from this view here. The problem is that I get this hole in the ground, which I think I will be able to cover up. I'm going to try to. I also want to use another thing that I saw in his video, which is adding beams. Instead of the beams that we have here, which I like and I have used a lot, I want to add beams with dark oak slabs. And then instead of having the logs as the blocks in between, I want to add some spruce trapdoors. Grab our bed, place it right, I think right here, as I want to exit it quite quickly. Then I want to add some scaffolding, I think, to the edge of the bed, and also maybe one more, no, scaffolding right there with I was gonna say a flower pot on top. I think, yeah, flower pot on top. Then another little bit of a shelf up here with a bookshelf on top of it. That's perfect. And then I want a lantern in here as well. No! Oh my god. And with that, the house is basically complete. I just need to add a tower. And I think I have enough wheat now. So I can't be putting off the tower anymore. I need to add it. And yeah, let's just get a look on the inside first. So we got the first room here, very lovely, very open, so you can easily get into the storage, which I really like. And then we have the storage room, obviously, added a little bit of a plant down here with some greenery, absolutely love it. And I really like the sawmill, or the stone cutter design that we have here. If we go out the back here, back garden still needs a little bit of work, but we'll get to that, And that's that. Going up the ladder right here, we have our bedroom. We have a flower pot up there. Got a little bit of a balcony as well. We have, oh, if I don't close the door on myself, if we head up the stairs instead, we can also check down the little work area that we have in here, which is absolutely beautiful. And I might want to add like a torch in here. Yeah, just a regular old torch right in there. And if we go up the stairs, this is the main part of the house, the kitchen. And I absolutely love how this turned out. I was a little bit skeptical, but with all the red color and the contrast that we have in here, it's absolutely lovely. And I really like the small details, the greenery which we got in. And this balcony right here with the dirt also has a little bit of work on it, but it's getting there. And now we only have the tower left to do, so let's get that built. And the tower is built. I do not have the time to include the build of the tower in the video, sadly, but this is going to be a door that's going to lead up to the top of the tower. And without spoiling too much, the top of the tower is going to be used in the next episode for something that's going to be part of the bigger transformation of this entire cave. But before we end off this video, let's just take a look at the build from the outside in shaders. And yeah, I think this looks absolutely amazing. We have the sunlight coming in here now. And I added some stalagmites on the bottom here to add a little bit more decoration. And I just absolutely love this house so far. But thank you so very much if you watched all the way to the end of this video. And in the next video, we are going to be starting the transformation of this entire cave into a dwarven city / kingdom. And I am so excited for it. And I hope that you will watch the next video as well. So goodbye, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.